Nah, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, what is bottles, he Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You can smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot here, we well represented. We on that Nick shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No caps, so here's what's on tap. But God knows talking five. And report, keep my boo in the chat. Interacting with your mandem. It's a brand in front of the camera, that's the picture. Catch and snap back to the cat, so we Nick dripping. Nick feel, you know, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olan, and Anobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. Real talk. Yo, salute everybody. What's good? What's good, man? We in the building. Knicks Real Talk. It's the recap, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, I didn't play the recap intro because I'm not in the studio, so I had to go back to what we had yesterday, the pregame show intro. But this is Knicks Real Talk recap. It's Divine. It's Shop Howard. We in the building. Talk about the Knicks and Miami game last night, man. Knicks went down to Miami in a thrilling game last night, man. Got it done in overtime. Got the victory. We move on to the next one tomorrow against the Golden State Warriors. Before I go any further, man, let me bring my partner in crime in the building. We can get a pop and Shop Howard. Was good, my man.
Peace to you, Divine. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Let's get it, yo. C. Lee, what's good? Peace to the God, Allah, why? What's good, my man? Good to see you. Appreciate y'all coming on early. But yeah, Knicks went down to Miami and did the damn thing last night. The Brunson Burner at it again. And I know we had a stellar game last night, man. Went out there, played defense like no other. Mitchell Robinson came out there, and now you see why we so big on Mitchell Robinson and why how much we missed that dude, man. His energy, his hustle, his defense, his offense, rebounding, big offense, rebounding, kick it out to Ananobi at the top of the key, man, with one of the main, I think one of the main plays of that overtime game last night. But all around, salute to him, man. I like what I seen out of Mitchell Robinson, but we know who he is, though. We always expect nothing less from Mitchell Robinson, man, with the hustle plays and all that good stuff. So I'm glad he got it and got it done for the Knicks last night, and we move on to another victory, man. So that's a great gutsy win. That's what contenders supposed to do. When you don't have your best game, you going up against a team who really like they are desperate as well. You want to see them play at their highest level, man. And so I think in that second half, they came in really represented for the Knicks, man, and put that defense in their offense in the donut the other in the second half. Two of them guys, man, real talk, man. That was gritty right there. Deuce McBride, everybody, man, Sham all of them. But Ananobi and Brunson was them dudes, and Cat 19 and 11, you can't see that. You know, and knowing that they had a young man like Khalil Ware out there doing a damn thing last night, young man gonna be a problem pretty soon. You get about 3 or 4 years, he's gonna be a problem for sure. But anyway, we did what we had to do, man. I love what Tom Thibodeau did in the end of the game, giving Deuce McBride the minutes over at the time over Mikal Bridges, because Mikal just wasn't really on his A game from an offense standpoint. But defensive wise, and offensive wise, Deuce McBride came to play Shop Howard. That was just a really win, tough performance. I'm happy with what I seen. But salute to Big Mitch though. But overall, salute to the Knicks for going down there in MSG South and getting that 40 victory. I'm good. I said 40 and 20. I'm good, Shop Howard. So salute to them guys for getting down like they did last night.
Yeah, salute to the whole team yesterday for playing team basketball, man. These guys gritted out a game against Miami, down 19, and to come to win the game. That was a signature win to me last night. That was a signature win. They came all the way back. They fought back hard. They made the big baskets down the stretch, not in the beginning of the game, but down the stretch. They showed grit. They showed fortitude. They kept going They never stop attitude. Next man up mentality. They played really good basketball last night, man. And to come back from such a deficit and win the game last night, even in overtime, that's a big accomplishment for what the Knicks did last night. And everybody showed up, man. We talked about Deuce, Mitchell Robinson. Everybody killed Cat, but Cat had a pretty dang good game yesterday. Josh Hart, all these guys did what they needed to do, and evidently won us the game last night.
Yeah, real talk. Like I said in the pregame yesterday, man, Miami got a good team down there. They're gonna be okay. They're gonna be okay, But for that night, though, like I said, we went in there and showed and proved why we are who we are. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a big time win for the Knicks last night. Like Queen Darlene said, super Queen Gritty. Gritty win last night, man. Salute to Ralph Sewell was good. Queen Darlene was good. Dave Smith, Daniel, everybody salute, man. Like I said, this is a team thing, and they really showed and proved last night, man. So I was really excited about what I seen last night, just from the grittiness and the never die attitude, ladies and gentlemen, and come out in that second half and execute where you need to execute, and they did a good job of that. So we like I said, we don't really have too much to really say about the way these guys got down last night because they went out there and did what they supposed to do. Because like I said, when you feel like you're supposed to beat a team, regardless of whom or what, you go out there and beat them. Regardless of what it takes, it doesn't even matter. The main thing is to get the W. We got the W, 40-20, looking pretty good. Shot Powers. Now we get to have a day off today, and then tomorrow they go up against Golden State Warriors. So for me, it was just a signature win in the sense that you was on the road. And you in a hostile environment, not so hostile with all the Knicks fans down there anyway, but different rim, different floor. But salute to Brunson, Cat, Mitchell Robinson, and the whole team, man. You can't even put a finger on one guy last night. These guys go out there and win the game, no matter who have a good game or who don't have a good game. The primary objective is to win the game. We did that last night, and I'm good with that, man. So we just got to keep grinding, man. We got to keep grinding, keep building on good habits, correct the habits that's not good. And I think we did that last night. Our defense, ladies and gentlemen, the last 3 games, now you see why we said how important Mitchell Robinson is. How many guys since you've seen this season diving on the floor with basketball shot powers, grabbing an offensive rebound like we always say up in here, getting them second chance points. And you talking about a big offense rebound last night. Like I said, the one that Anunoby kicked it out to him, knocked it down. That was a big time rebound. But salute to them guys, man. But I got to get Anunoby the flowers though. Shot power, that brother. He doing the damn thing. So good win for us. We just got to keep it going and try to win everyone we can. We're not going to win all of them, but right now I like the way our team playing on the defense side of the ball. And like I said, big for Cat to bounce back 19. For Cat to bounce back the way he did, which we knew he would. It's just another day off. He had an off game coming off the. He might not play tomorrow, Shot Power. So, with personal reasons, he probably be out tomorrow. So we give him to you early here. And if he don't play, that means Mitchell Robinson goes into the starting lineup, and that to me that helps out a great deal for the minute. That gives hopefully that gives Mikal a little bit a game like he had against what game when Cat wasn't playing and he came and got the bubble. Was that Philly or was that Philly? So I'm expecting the same thing to happen if he don't play tomorrow. But for the meantime, what a gutsy win, man! I can't say enough about the Knicks last night. Your mic, my man.
Like if that's a fact, Divine. Like you said, OG played a phenomenal game yesterday, man. Coming back from off of that foot injury, and now he's starting to bounce back. And he looked so hungry yesterday, man. I mean, he was aggressive, throwing the ball down. You know, one thing, I think one of the guys that said it. I can't remember who said it, but he was just looking so raw. His shirt is all out of his shorts. He lunging, he yelling, he aggressive. He played good basketball yesterday, and that's what we bring him over here for, to play games like that. You know what I mean? And he really stepped up to the plate. You know what I mean? And just like a lot of the other guys stepped up yesterday. You know what I mean? And evidently for us to win the game. You know what I mean? And kudos to the whole team, man, because the main finger, the first finger wag is at OG. But if you want to go across and go just like this to all the rest of them, yeah, you can point to all of them because they all contributed. Team basketball, man. That's the way to play basketball, man. Um, from being outscored in the paint by 20 points by halftime to beating them in the paint, that is big. From rebounding the back, that is big. You know what I mean? Assists, knocking down these big shots. That is team basketball, man. And I'm glad that Mitchell Robinson was out there to be on the floor, diving on the floor. This guy, you know what I mean? It's one of the first times I've seen him really dive on the floor, and I didn't really get scared. Because as soon as he got up, he bounced right back up. He was like, "Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm okay. I'm gonna get that ball." I was happy to see that. You know what I mean? And Mikal had a bad game last night. You know what I mean? And it's rightfully so that he got sat down, and he knew it. And when you seen him on the bench, you know what you seen him do when he was on the bench and the Knicks was coming back. He was up there like this, clapping his hands like, "Yeah, like this."
Real quick. It wasn't Cat, it was Mikal.
I mean, Mikal, my bad. Mikal. I said Cat, my bad. Mikal on the bench like this, clapping his hands. Mikal, I'm sorry, Divine. Mikal clapping his hands, ruling on the team and stuff like that. Sitting next to Tom Thibodeau, talking to him and stuff like that. That's what you do when you're not having a good game. That's what you do. Then you go down and then you sit with one of the rookies and tell them what's going on and pop junk about something that has nothing to do with the game. When he had Tyler Kolek sitting next to him, shooting the breeze with him. So that's how you play basketball, man. And I'm pretty sure the next game that he gets out there, he won't have a game like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy to see the Knicks come through with a big win. That was a big win, man, because it looked like we didn't have it. And we always say this all the time. Years ago, 2012, 13, 14, 15, the Knicks go down 19. I'm going to sleep. I got to go to work. I ain't even trying to watch the game. I see what the outcome was in the newspaper or whatever. Not last night. Like this, watching it, like, yeah, these boys is playing some basketball. And I appreciated that, man. They gave us a good game. And they beat a big team that's trying to strive for something in the East, trying to stay relevant in that 10th position. And kudos to the New York Knicks and Tom Thibodeau and the whole front office for doing all the things that they have done for us in the last couple of years, especially the big trades and all the stuff that's getting ready to pop off right now via Leon Rose.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, and let's not get it twisted. Mikal didn't have a bad game. He just didn't score the ball.
Right.
You know what I mean? He like I always say, there's many facets to being a basketball player. There's rebounding, passing, assist, scoring, playing defense, doing all the other intangibles and all of things that, when you don't have a good scoring night, you do other things. And like a lot of why they had 8 assists. So that means he helped contribute to 16 or more points last night. So, but sometimes you're not going to always have your best scoring night. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't that he had a bad, they didn't need it in the sense because Cat had 19, Anunoby had 23, Brunson had 20 something. So I can understand why, he didn't have a 20-point score, but he did do some things. But I do like the fact that, let's put it like this, he wasn't on his A game last night. But, and they didn't need it because you know why? Deuce Bride was on his A game last night. So Tibbs, like, you know what? Deuce Bride got to go in and line up with him in there right now. Was functioning well. They're playing good ball, and I'm salute to Deuce Bride. And so I get, that was a good coaching strategy by Tibbs. And I know he's starting to do it more. Offensive deep. We always say one thing about this Knicks team, ladies and gentlemen, they could put a bunch of offensive dudes in, they could put a bunch of defensive dudes in there. And now he got that he has that at his display. He can say, Cat, sit down. If I need a defense stop, put Mitchell Robinson, Sham, and them guys in, and Mikal, and so on and so on. But when I need an offense bucket, y'all guys sit down. Let me put in my offense guys in there. So I think that's to go to show you when you got a healthy team and you got enough players to do stuff like that. I think it made a big difference last night, especially in that last minute going into overtime. So just all out gritty win for New York Knicks. We just got to keep doing what we're doing, man. Every game not going to be perfect. Every game not going to be a win by 20 or 30 because, now that we into the latest part of the season, it'll be a little different. You know what I mean? So, but for the most part, gritty, gutsy win. And salute to all the Knicks fans down at MSG South last night. They showed out. So salute to to the Knicks fandom down there in MSG South last night. They was in the building. They overtook that joint. That got to be kind of frustrating for our owner of a franchise to say that, damn, the opposing team coming here and getting more love than the team that's playing up in that piece. That's home. So, and it is what it is, man. I think they did a good job. We definitely get into the bowl champ and all that good news. That was pretty good for the Knicks to be able to do. Bringing Johnny Davis and Bo Champ in the span of 2 days, two first round picks, rather not number one, but first round picks. And Bo Champ got game. But now you bring him in here to a guy, a system like Tom Thibodeau, who's going to tell you to go out there and develop. But you know why? I also think they did that. Knicks gonna have a salary cap problem next year, ladies and gentlemen. So not a salary cap problem, gonna be pretty tight. So I think that might the bowl champ signing might be because Preston Stewart might not be here, or one of them other guys might not be here, or whatever the case may be, because they're gonna have to save that salary cap money. And I don't think the Knicks gonna be able to sign Preston Stewart to no 10, 12, $13 million if that's what he's commanding on the market. We'll talk about that later as well. But other than that, this is just a exciting game, Shop House. Overall, gutsy performance, gritty win. The Brunson Burner doing what he do. That guy is special, man. You know what I mean? To have a guy like Jalen Brunson and Cat, you know what I mean, too, when they do that at their position, they do it pretty well. But like Eric Spoelstra said, coaches have nightmares scared of a night trying to figure out what to do with Jalen Brunson. Cat got games, ladies and gentlemen. So big body Brunson, Mr. Clutch, everything, Captain Clutch, whatever you want to call it. He got it going on. He really came up to play for us last night, so I was excited about that. But salute to everybody in the chat who came in. I didn't get to holler at y'all. Krim's dad, Mr. Tito's was good. Aboriginal Ramy was good. My man, get to see you. Nostalgic. Rasul, salute to you. Everybody, man. Jay Chola was good, Jay. And so on and so on, man. Let me get him up in here. Buzzer Beater was popping. Was good, Buzzer. Everybody, man. If I didn't get your name, Lionel was good. Lionel, salute to chat, man. That's where it's at. Salute to everybody. Thank y'all for coming in on this nice victory coming off of last night's shot power. Was gritty though. This is what I've been wanting to see. That's what I really want to see this team keep doing moving forward. Get back to the defense principles. That's what it's all about first. So like we said, when you don't have your offense that night, at least your defense can keep you in games. And then once you keep us in games, we gotta close there. We got a guy who can literally close. And that's what you want from a team going into the playoffs when you, like I said, you might not bring your best because it's gonna get slowed down. It's gonna be pretty gritty. But I like I said, a lot of teams got good wings, but we got Jalen Brunson, and I think that's gonna be a difference. And know he playing anyway. He playing, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I said I want to see Boston and Cleveland again. I mean, because now our guys is starting to get clicking and everything, shot power. So it's gonna be interesting to see move forward.
Yeah, I mean, we can just sit back sometimes and just watch the beauty of it all. You know what I mean? And as things start to get back together, as these next 20 so odd games come on, and as the Knicks can get better and better and better and better over these next couple of game stints that they got, it's going to make us stronger going into the playoffs. You know what I mean? And to see some of our guys that step up, you know what I mean, is big, because some games in this season we didn't see people step up. We see people being lackluster a little bit, not really knowing the schemes, not making shots and stuff like that. But now it is okay, man. You know what I mean? They will figure it out, man. They grind, they gritty, and they do what they need to do to get the win the last couple of games. And once again, we're on a 3-game, if I'm not mistaken, 3-game winning streak again. So, we're on another little streak again. So let's see if we can continue with this streak. Like I said, man, I think this little run that we got right now, man, I think we get 6, 7, 8 games in a row. You know what I mean? I think we get 10, but I don't want to push it, but I think we get a couple of games in a row to really leave the guys that's behind us in the dust and get closer to see what Boston's going to do and their endeavors playing basketball over the same amount of games that we have, about 20-something games, 24, 23, 24, 22.
Yeah, real talk. We just got to go out there and keep doing what we're doing, man. like I said, this is what I've seen coming all year. So none of this is even new to me. I mean, that's why I don't get too high, too low off a game. That I knew this was coming. We know who Ananobi was. That's why they gave him 215 million. We know who he is. We know who Cat is. That's why we got him. We know who Brunson is. We know who these guys are, man. We got, regardless of what all the naysayers say, and everybody who want to critique them when they don't win in the regular season, we know what they put this team together for. They put them together for a playoff run. These guys, they got the money for a reason. And I'm not even worried about none of them. I'm not, because they good at what they do. They good at what they do. All of them are. And then, like I said, you're never going to be in your A game every night. But like I said, just make sure you go hard that night and contribute. That's what they did last night. So salute to them guys for getting the victory, man. That was a good win for the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, it took some overtime to get it done, but we got it done. And what I'm really impressed with, Shy Powell, is for us to, we got 22 games left, 40 and 20, 22 games left, and for them to go in there last night and get that thing done the way they did it, I got that showed you who they are, 116, 112, and defense still only gave up 112. That was with an overtime, some overtime minutes. So for the most part, if you take away the overtime minutes that they had, that defense kept them cats on around 108, 109, whatever the case. I don't know how much they scored in overtime. I had to look it up, but they did a good job of holding them cats down in overtime. And salute, like I said, Ananobi, that baseline defense he put on somebody in that baseline, forcing the turnover, blocking my man. I seen one play where they threw a screen on Josh Hart. So what Ananobi did, he didn't go forward. He stayed back till Tyler Hero got in this shooting motion. Then he goes up at the top of the key and blocks the shot. That takes high IQ to do stuff like that, and effort. And then the ball, he just was all over the place, man. That cat is a demon, man, for sure. So like I really like what him and Mikhail and Deuce Bride and Mitch bring to the table when the cats is out there. You got a bona fide defensive team out there, and I think Ted did a good job of that with a minute left. Okay, Brunson, sit down. You got the bucket for us. You sit down, Cat. You sit down. I'm gonna bring these guys in, and what happens? They go out there and get the defense stop they need. So kudos to Tom Thibodeau for getting guys in the right position, I think, to close that game out. But like I said, everybody had a good game, but you still got to tip your hat to Jalen Brunson, man. I mean, this cat coming in here, best closing the game down there right now. It ain't too many people doing what that boy doing, man. So salute to him for always making sure that I'm gonna get a bucket, I'm gonna get a good pass or whatever. But last night you see the whole collective team with a brilliant effort, man. That was gritty. And like I said, regardless of who, no matter who there you play in front of you, just like when we were down our guys, no matter, a lot of teams beat the Knicks shop, how we didn't have all our guys. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, it doesn't matter who in front of you, because they think about it. It's a lot of times this year, a lot of teams played us without Mitchell Robinson for 50-something games damn near. They played us almost 20-some games without Pressure Cheward and Shaman and and stuff like that. So now every now and then we're gonna be in favor of that. You know what I mean? But still, one person don't determine how you win a basketball game. It doesn't matter to me. And, you still can win the game because see, let's say if Miami would have won the game last night. You know what the people would have said? They beat the Knicks without this guy. They beat the Knicks without this guy. Okay, so you lost the Knicks without that guy. Well, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We know that at the end of the day, it's about get the W's, man. I think we got the W last night, and I was happy about that. But real talk, let me shoot out the butcher Corey Lee, man. Shoot to Corey Lee earlier, man. Corey Lee came in with the super chat. Appreciate you, my brother. Real talk. You already know how we do 718. Queen get the money, man. Y'all know it is. Salute Bully. Salute to you, Mother Well, my man, my brother. But thank you for that anyway. Shot Powers, you can see them little intangibles that Mitchell Robinson brings to the floor, man. I still think the Knicks got to start him, though. I think I texted you last night. I don't know if you guys seen the text, but I like Knicks got to start Mitchell Robinson, because I just think it makes us a better team. Because like I said, Cat go hard, but Cat's not the defender that Mitch is, and I think you've seen that a couple of times in the game. So I think down the line it might be. I think it's inevitable that he's gonna start, but bring him back slowly and all that stuff, and then throw him in there and let's see how it goes. But overall, great game by him. It's not about the points and all that. It's the thing that you do to win the game. That diving on the floor, them offensive rebound, them alternate shots, them blocking shots. He do it when we need it, and it showed improvement last night for sure.
Yeah, he, it's nothing much to say about what Mitch Roberts is going to do and how he's going to get back on the court and how he's going to perform. We know who when Mitch is. When Mitch is on the court, is not like the big thing that every Knicks fan talk about Mitch bad about is his availability. But when Mitch is on the court, there's no question about his effort on the court, and you see he's starting to get a little better and he will continue to get better. You know what I mean? More games on the court and he's looking healthy. You know what I mean? He's looking pretty decent. You know what I mean? He fell on the floor a couple of times, but he bounces right back up now. It's not like before when he used to turn to put his hands down on the ground to turn to his knees so he can stand up. You know what I mean? Now he's bouncing back up from off the ground. And those are things that, you know, you if you watch the game, you try to pay attention to certain things. And you know, once again, OG, man, you put him on somebody, man. You want to lock somebody down, put him on Tyler Hero. Put him on this their power forward. You put him on where? You put him on whoever you want to put him on. He's gonna slow him down and make the game a little harder. You know what I mean? He's gonna make the game a little harder, man. And when this guy was going hard against us, they put him on him. And you seen one time OG had what you call is at the top of the key, and he was just calling people, come on, set the screen. Come set this, get this guy off of me. Get him off of me. Get him off of me. I don't want. That's the way I felt. He was waving his hand like, come get this guy. I can't do nothing with this guy on me. So it's good to see that out there. You know what I mean? It's good to see Cat not having a good game, and he's laboring a little bit. It must be something with that hand, that leg, the finger, the leg. He's laboring a little bit, and he still got out there. Got, what was it, 18, 19 points and like 15, 16 rebounds. So so he still had a phenomenal game yesterday. And you know, Jalen Brunson, you know, Mr. Captain Clutch, you can't even, what can you say about him? You already know everything that I'm about to say. We probably done said that about 16, 17,000 times already this year. Josh Hart getting out there, getting gritty, going to the basket. He's a little laboring too, but he's still making effort. And I mean, he lacked off on some shots on Alec Burks last night, but after he's figured it out after that. After he hit the first two, the third one was contested. And I mean, he made it, but it wasn't no more after that. So you know, it is something a learning lesson. And we came all the way back from 19 points from being down to winning the game in overtime. I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it. And to watch the Knicks get out there and play basketball like I like to see it, I don't like to see those close games like that, man. My chest start hurting. I start getting headaches. I start rocking in my chair. I don't like doing all that stuff, you know what I mean? But if that's what it takes for them nigga to win, I'll take it. And if you're a real Knicks fan, you have to appreciate that game that they played yesterday and how they competed yesterday to get that win.
Yeah, real talk. You know, you know, much as we love these blowout games, but these are games we're gonna see in the playoffs. So, you know, I like that they starting to play playoff style basketball. You know what I mean? Believe me, what the Knicks were doing in the early year, they're not gonna be doing that no more. Everybody know what they can do now, just like we know what every other team would do. But yeah, he played Bam Adebayo well yesterday, man. He had Bam Adebayo. Yeah, you know, and like I said, salute to them. The young man Khalil, we're gonna be special, but them cats, I don't think they just have enough for us. And let me in for the cat situation, you know, the referee got to get Cat his calls. I mean, I don't know what else to say about the call that Cat is not getting. I seen some calls yesterday that, I mean, they literally smack him in his hand. They still dropped the bucket in there last night a couple of times. You know, so I think that's something that Tibbs them got to figure out with the refs. Tibbs always trying to make sure that the refs understand, like, yo, did you see that? But you know, we don't want to cry wolf for no call. But at the same time, you go down there and give a cheap foul to one of our guys, but then when we go down there and get a foul real hard, you don't call it down there. And I just think that I don't have a problem with the game being called soft. I don't care if the game being called hard, but make sure you call it for both teams, though. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter which way the game is being officiated, but make sure you give if they get 30 calls, make sure we get around 30 calls. Or and independent, now don't get me wrong, if we up there shooting jump shots, then obviously you ain't gonna get no 30 calls. See, sometimes the foul discrepancy is because the type of shots you're taking. So if you sitting shooting jump shots all night, obviously you're not gonna get fouled. So I don't expect you to have 20 fouls opposed to their 30 and they going to the hole all day long and you getting fouled in the hole. But when we go down to the hole, Jalen Brunson get beat up all the time. Cat get beat up all the time. They got to make sure that they recognize and don't give Cat no call because he's a big dude. Even big dudes get fouled. If you put your hand on him a certain way, that's a foul no matter what. So they just got to do a better job of recognizing when Cat's getting fouled and Brunson them guys because them two, them probably Josh Hart, Cat, and Brunson, excuse me, is the guys who go to the hole the most on the Knicks. And that's why I see why Tiz be kind of like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? Because them my guys who go in there for the and one, them guys who play bully ball. They're my bully ball dudes, you know what I mean? And if they getting bullied, if they bullying somebody, but the other dude can't take the pressure because so what? That's your problem. Don't foul him then. But if he get fouled, give him a call. Not that I think the refs got to do that because this is what we're going to see in the playoffs moving forward. You know what I mean? This is literally the play with basketball you're going to see in the playoffs. The same game you seen last night, the same game you seen against Memphis Grizzlies. Now we in playoff style basketball where everything slows down a little bit. Ain't gonna be no more run up the court, dropping 150 on Joker. That ain't gonna happen. That's over. So I think if you catch the other team sleeping, we'll put them up there. But I think for the most part, I think we doing a good job what we doing in shot power. But last night was a good one. Let's look at some of the stats from last night. We get into that. Look at some of the numbers. We get back at it, man. It's Divine, shot power. It's the recap. We got the chat in the building, man. Salute to everybody. APSC, Brother Beater, Dave, Jay Chosen. Salute to everybody in the building. Queen Darlene, everybody. Peace of the God. Salute to you guys, ladies and gents up in here. But shot power, that was really last night. What did I say, man? That was one right there. I was sitting there watching the game, down in a restaurant down there, and I was like, man, these cats. When I see that second half, like they about to go get it, and then they turned the burners on, man, and he came out and got it done. So just go through guy, but so let me see if I can pull up this the box score from last night, ladies and gentlemen. We get back at it real quick and let's talk about it, man. We got a big one coming up tomorrow. We definitely want to be ready for that tomorrow. But other than that, let me put it up there so we can get it popping. Hey. Oh my bad. Yeah. Excuse me, Sean Powell. I apologize for that one, Brody. There you go, right here. Share with my people. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We are in here. Let's look at that real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, 116, 112, overtime. We need to get the numbers over here, and we'll get back at it. Bear with me for a minute, and I'll put that up there for y'all can see it. From my perspective, here we go. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. 116 and 112, New York Knicks, man, took 5 quarters to get it done. Field goal percentage, free throw, Knicks 10 for 15, 67%. They were 69%, 11 for 16. 2-point area, 32 for 51, 63%. They shot 69% from the. They had a lot to do with Bam Adebayo and Khalil Ware with the dunks and everything. 3-point percentage, we shot 32. They shot 31. Overall, we shot 48%. They shot 54 from the field. So for us not to have an all-around good game, let's say from that perspective, we still found a way to gut that thing out, man, and kept it close. Rebound, that's what we did our thing at. Finally, we had a rebounding game, 46 with that 46. They had 34. 35 defense rebound, 11 offense rebounds. So my man Mitchell Robinson, them getting back in the game. Anunoby has some big putbacks, tip-ins, and all like this. 27 assists, I take that. Only 10 turnovers, I take that as well. 6 blocks, 5 steals, 16 fouls. Max points in a row. They had 16, got 13. Time spent in the lead. We like the Knicks haven't, but they weren't in the lead last night that much, except for only 3 minutes. But they had the biggest 3 minutes, and that was in that last minute in our overtime. So that's what they do. Biggest lead, they had 19. Biggest lead, we had 5. That was a gutsy performance, ladies and gentlemen. I can say from my guys, man, just to be able to weather the storm like that and still come out on top and get it. For that, like I said, Jalen Brunson Had a good game, 31-5-6. Ananobi 23-9-5. Calling me Town Lane Gym at 19-16. Josh Hart had a solid game, a decent game. That big clutch shot he hit and that layup was crazy. 14-7-3. So my man Deuce McBride, 3 games in a row, he's been knocking it down. Playing good game. Campaign, good big shot last night. I love Wade Shaman playing basketball for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Get you to 5 points. We just need him to give us 5, 7, 8 points. Campaign give us 5, 7, 8 points. Deuce give us his 10, 12. Back with that 25 we talking about in the first, second unit. We get to go. Not so much with Cal Bridger 5, 4, and 8, but that 8 was big for us though. To Robinson 2-2, but the defense presence there was big time for the New York Knicks last night. So I take that and take that for what it is. On the other side of the ball, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Hero third and Bam Adebayo 37-4. Hero 22-4-7. Alec Burks knocked some big 3-pointers down. Kelly Owell 12-8, gonna be a monster in this time in the NBA. David Mitchell 11-4. Duncan Robinson 10-3. I think they did a good job. On David Mitchell and the rest of them guys, man. So salute to the New York Knicks defense for capitalizing the way they did yesterday. I thought that was pretty gutsy performance. Shot Howard for the Knicks last night from a defense standpoint. I think they played good last night. I thought they was on their game last night, and they really showed improvement last night. So you got to give them kudos for what they did last night.
Yeah, there's no question about that, man. For them beating us, scoring in the paint, I think it was almost by 20 points, and for us to win points in the paint at the end of the night is major. To see our guys fight and grab rebounds is major. Those 11 offensive rebounds could easily turn into 33 points. You know what I mean? So, highest is 33 points. So those offensive rebounds really helped us out last game. And the guys was really just playing good basketball, man. Everybody was hustling. Everybody wanted to stay gritty. And just to reiterate what we were talking about, man, the team, this is a good team, man. And some nights they're not going to perform at that A status that we always talk about. You come with your A game, but if you come with a B plus game and you put some things that's really good in that plus, then you can squeak out a win. You know what I mean? You can take it into an overtime and win. The Knicks, the most times I've seen the Knicks have overtime games this year is in the last 5 games. At what, 2? So, you know what I mean? And they gritted out those wins. You know what I mean? They needed an extra quarter to get the win, and they did it. You know what I mean? At least they didn't go into the overtime and lose the game. So I think of it like that. You know what I mean? All right, it took us all the way to get to the overtime and play the overtime, and then we win the game. That makes the game a little bit more, it has a good taste, you know what I mean? Then to get into the overtime and fought all the way back to get into the overtime and then lose. You know what I mean? That'll leave a sour taste in everybody's mouth. So like I said, if you're watching this Knicks team and you ain't happy about where they at or what they should be, just imagine the Knicks being in the West right now. They'll be second in the West right now. Let that sink in.
Yeah, real talk, man. Like I said, to me, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. I mean, you can't evaluate a team when they don't have all their players. Now we got our players. You can evaluate the Knicks with all you want now because I think there's no excuses for who not here, who didn't play. Pretty big team. I'm excited about what I'm seeing right now. We just got to keep the pedal to the metal, keep grinding, keep moving forward. And like I said, the most important thing is you don't worry about too much of I think I heard James brother say this good. You don't have to worry about where you want this team to be right now because we still know where they're going to be at the end of this thing. And I do believe at the end of it, when it's all said and done, the Knicks will be sitting right there in the 3rd seed or the 2nd seed, getting ready to battle in the 1st round. I don't see nothing changing. I don't see anything changing that remotely tell me Knicks going from 3rd down to 4th or 5th. There's nobody below them that's going to catch them. I don't think so because now we said the peaks and valleys, our powers. We hit a valley. We already had our peak. At the beginning of the year, we were tearing up, we just couldn't stop beating people up. And then we hit a valley. But now, this when you want to peak, ladies and gentlemen. This when you want to peak right here. You want to peak heading into the playoffs in the last 20-something games of the season. You want to go ahead and get yourself solidified and get your game right and get your mind right. Because going in there, it's going to be a bump and grind type of situation. It's like games coming frequently, same team over and over. So one thing I'm happy about is the team that we playing. We playing all caliber playoff teams. You know what I mean? So I think that's going to bode well for the Knicks because we playing guys who we might see again. So and that's why I said, I'm not worried about Cleveland. All they got, you got to right now. They the favorite, Cleveland, Boston, and I'm not worried about them. I'm really not because I seen even when we lost to these guys, especially not so much Cleveland, because like I said, Cleveland that was just a straight up butt whipping coming off a back to back in an overtime game. But now we got our guys now. And nobody wasn't playing like this against Boston. He wasn't there against Boston. Matter of fact, I don't think the first game, and then the second game, he was there, and the game it wasn't no 40-point blowout, it wasn't no 30-point blowout. They only won by 13 because that's Jason Taylor wasn't getting 40 on Anunoby. So see, these are things that's going to be different. But like I said, it wasn't no Mitchell Robinson there. It wasn't this there, that there. So now they're here, Shop Howard, and I think you're going to see a different team. So I'm really looking forward to playing Boston them again because I know the Knicks are. I know that like Jalen Brunson, these cats are fighters, man. They're not quitters on this team, and that's what I'm really happy about. They're a bunch of go getters. They go hard at it. They don't back down. They don't give in. They fight till they can't fight no more. And I think that's the mark of a good team. So they get the 40 and 20 shot powers. I'm excited about that. But other than the box scores, just another day at the office for the Knicks. You know what I mean? We had three guys, damn near 20 points almost. Let's pretty much say two of them definitely were 21, had 19. And but I ain't scared of no team in the NBA. So we got something a lot of them cats don't got, ladies and gentlemen. That's Jalen Brunson. We got a guy. When the rest of the other guys can't get it because the defense is that good on the other team, we got a guy who can will us to a victory because he's that good. So a lot of people don't have guys like that, but they got guys who can come up and and get it in the clip. But Jalen Brunson is literally one of the best closers in the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have a guy like that, and a guy like that when you're in the playoffs. That you could put the ball in his hand. I'm not comparing them to none of the greats that did it. I'm saying, but that's what the greats that did it do. You get a ball to your best player, and he go out there and either help carry you home, either scoring, passing, or whatever the case may be. And we got a guy in New York who, when the game is on the line, the cat could take you home. He make the other team have to think about how they're going to defend the squad, and I think Brunson is good at that. And let's see how it goes. I think you got a lot of good closers in the league. I mean, he's not the only one. I mean, you got a lot of good ones there. But I'm only speaking from the Knicks perspective. You know what I mean? I don't care what the other 36, 29 teams do. I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of the Knicks. I respect all of them, but I ain't tripping. We got a good dude here, man. So and I'm gonna give him his flowers, man. Because since he's been here, we have, he helping us win this thing. He helping us stay in the playoffs. 2 second round, could have easily been a third round if it weren't for injuries. I mean, this cat left the Western Conference Finals, left the West, went to the Western Conference Finals, left the West Shop Hours. The team that he had that year that he left didn't even make the play-in, and then cheated to lose the game perfectly for we wouldn't get that number, that top 10 draft pick. You know what I mean? And then he come here because of Julius Randle injury and a couple of injuries. He missed the Eastern Conference Final the year after that. Then last year, obviously, you knew the Knicks had a chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I'm saying all that to say is, if it weren't for injuries, we'd be looking at this thing different. You know what I mean? In New York, and I'm glad that we got a guy that we could trust in the stretch with him and Towns, and him and Towns go get it. You know what I mean? But and we got a bunch of other guys that get a shot. How real quick though? What did you see in that game? Was you worried about anything in that game last night that had you concerned? And what did you like in the game last night?
In the beginning of the game, they started a little sluggish, you know what I mean? And it was more of, I don't want to say ISO ball, but it was a little sluggish in the second quarter, not so much the first quarter. I think we played them pretty close to the first quarter. Then it got sluggish. But what I was appreciative of is watching how they changed the tune in the third quarter. And I mean, how they start getting to the defense, how they start playing through the screens and going through screens, and then they all just start getting real gritty. And then you just unleashed Anunoby on anybody that was trying to make a threat. You just Anunoby get him. you noticed that Anunoby was really getting under people's nerves because, like I said, whatchamacallit was at the top of the key. Like, come get him, come pick him off, man. So I'm happy to see how they turned the game around. They took the lead and then they took the momentum, and they really took over the game in the overtime, and they got the win. And yeah, I was happy about it because in the first beginning of the game, I was like, "Whoa, man, these guys really punching us in the mouth, man. They trying to really, make us look bad and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They still playing for something like that. And whoever plays the Knicks plays their best basketball ever in the whole season. You play the Knicks, you want to play your best basketball. And Miami tried it, but it didn't work. We got it together and we captured the win, and that's the main focus of everything. They got back out there, they got gritty. They made smart plays down the thing. They limited turnovers, and that's how you play basketball. When you're not doing something good, then you pick up another thing. All right, we ain't scoring the basketball that good, so we can't turn the ball over. And I mean, we're not shooting the pointer that great, so we can't make that extra pass. And I mean, when you get the ball, drive the ball, and they start going to the hole, and that's what made them come back. And then they just stayed on defense, man. They stayed on the grind, and I appreciate that from the New York Knicks because I'm out. You know how the Knicks are playing well when the nondescript Knicks fans were at my job. They come to me like, yo, Shy, what's going on, man? Them Knicks looking pretty good, man. They had two or three good guys. Like, yeah, I know. Thank you. That's all I say. You know what I mean? Because now the casual Knicks fans are starting to pay attention now. Instead of the fans that's been here from umpteen years that know that with the team that we have, we should be doing better. But we are a damn good team right now, man. This team is a dang good. This team right now, I forgot who it was. It was Han or whoever put that stat out last night about the teams that made 40 and 20 under the Knicks. They went to two playoffs. I mean, they went to they won 2 championships. They went to the playoffs. I mean, the Eastern Conference Final 2 times, and then the playoffs 1 or 2 times. I think that this is the 7th, 8th team that has been around 40 and 20, and how they ended up at the end of the year. So with those odds being in our favor, let's capture it. Let's push ourselves forward. Let's get to that first round. Let's get past that first. Let's get to that second round. Let's get to the Eastern Conference Finals this year. And if we luck up and one of these guys that we had trouble in the East is not there, if it's not Cleveland, if it's not Boston, then we got a good shot.
Yeah, real talk, man. Listen, one thing I do, I try to look at this team overall, and even from last night, with Mitchell Robertson coming back, that's why I said it's important that we implement him. And I think I texted you like I said, we have to implement Mitchell Robinson at the center because, like I say, with Cat's propensity not to be a stellar defensive player, that's not what he do, and that's the reason why Minnesota did what they did. But you put like this here, sometimes it's a give and take when it comes to basketball players or any player, football player, whatever. We know Cat's weakness is his defense, but what is his strength though? Where would the Knicks be without Cat this year? Where would the Knicks be without Brunson or any of the guys? So much as we love Mr. Robinson, but Mr. Robinson has D, but he don't have offense. Cat got offense, but he don't have defense, and that's why you need both of them guys there together. Like I was saying, Rudy Gobert don't have offense, but he got defense. Cat don't have defense, but he got offense. That's what made Minnesota the way they are. Because
Cat win.
You look at overall, the New York Knicks are 40 and 20. They're sitting right there. Even last night in the game, I'm like, man, we need to take Cat out right now from a defense perspective because he just don't got it. Cat can't get them big foot. Seem like he can't get them big shoes off the ground, or the knee could be ailing him because early in the year he tried to.
I think that's it.
I think that knee ailing him, but not making an excuse for him. But guess what, though, ladies and gentlemen, look, Cat and Anthony Edwards got the boys to the Western Conference Finals last year. So I'm expecting Cat and Jalen Brunson to do the same thing this year in the East. I don't see no different than that. Nobody's a total package unless you're a robot. You know what I mean? You know, we got a lot of guys. I mean, we had a guy here last year who put up cat number, but defense sucked too. I mean, Randall defense sucked just as bad as Cat did. It might be even worse sometimes. So you have to live with that. But what did Randall give us though? He gave us what Cat given us. He gave us 25 and 11, or 25 and 10, or whatever the case may be. You know, Cat giving us 25 and 13. You know, yeah, he might not be a one-on-one defender, Shot Powers, but he getting 13 rebounds. What is rebounding? Defense. Rebounding is defense. So if you want to say he's not a good one-on-one defender, I'm with you on that. He gets on my nerve when he can't. When I see Cat let the Cat go by him, I'm like, come on, Cat, you gotta. But I also say it's a give or take thing. So you might can beat him up for a defense, but you can't beat him up for everything else he do. But he do it good. He do it good, and I think the NBA recognize that too with guys like Cat Brunson. Shit, you know that's the Knicks' problem, that our defense at the 1 and the 5 is not good. They're not good. Our starting center defense this year is lackluster, and our point guard defense is lackluster. So at the point of attack, Knicks getting burnt. And then on the back end, because Cat defense is not. But then when you go flip the script, a lot of other teams getting burnt on the other side, because you know what? They can't stop Brunson. They can't stop Cat neither. So it's a give or take. I don't have a problem with it, because I know at the end of the day, once Mitchell Robinson come into that starting 5, Cat go back to his 4 position out there on that, stretching that 4 out there. That riddle was solved, Shot Powers. That's solved. You know what I mean? But we know when we need a bucket and we need this, we know who we got. We know we got 2 groups who can get it done. Now with the way Anunoby is starting to play his offense bag, this is what we've been waiting for. Like Tibbs said, we missed our starting center all year long. So now that once Mitch get in the game shape, a couple of more games here and there, you implement him back to where he was going to be if he would have started the season. Mitchell Robinson at the 5, Cat at the 4, Anunoby at the 3, McHale at the 2, and Brunson at the 1. I listen. That's what you're gonna see in the playoffs. I'm game for this shit. I ain't sweating it, man. You know, like I said, these cats got a good squad. Shot Power. So we did what we had to do last night to eke that victory out. It don't matter how you get it, as long as you get it. You know, I don't care if you're in a boxing match and the Cat busting you up for 14 rounds. You still got 1 round to knock a joker out. I seen that happen in real reality. Big John taking Earl Weaver back in the days. Man beat my man 15 rounds, 14 rounds, that one last round, blah, dropped him. Well, that's what the Knicks did last night. The Knicks did that a couple of games. The first quarter, y'all beating us. You beating us in the second quarter. You beating us in the third quarter. But you know what we did though? We got a puncher's chin. We got a chin. We can take punches. So Knicks took all the punches they took last night. Then they came out and released their punches. Look what happened. And that's just the way we got to go until this team gets solidified. So I think we just got to keep grinding Shot Power and keep, building off these good games we have. And they're not great games, but they're good games. But they are definitely, how would I say, character building wins for it. That was a character building win last night for Shot Power. Now we just got to keep doing it. That's all.
I got a question for you, Divine.
Mm-hmm.
With Mitchell Robinson coming back now and not seeing Precious implemented into the lineup, why you think Precious is not getting the same play that Mitch is back now that he was getting when Mitch wasn't on the court?
Only thing I think of at least in these couple of games is maybe because of
the way
the way the game was being played and what's going on in the game. Precious Chua, he's a defender, but he's not Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? So I think, and then the way like literally Shaman been playing some good at basketball lately. Over the last so many games, he is playing some good basketball for the Knicks. So I think it's really all about the game situation. And sometimes when you got a guy come back like Mitch, somebody gonna lose the spot. You know what I mean? Especially if you don't go 10, then it's gotta be campaign, do some Bride and Landy Shaman. And I also think that's gonna happen, Shot Power. I really believe that because I think when Mitch go to the starting lineup, I see Josh Hart going there. I see Josh Hart going there, and he might just run a 9-man rotation for now until somebody else come up. But that's the only thing I could think of, Shot Power, to be honest with you, is that now that Mitch is back and the way these last couple of games been going, that he said, I don't need him for this because Mitch could do this. I'm more comfortable with Mitch there. And from a defense standpoint, and I don't know. Hopefully, it's not a lingering thing because Pritchard Chua been playing good basketball for us. But I do understand trying to get Mitch into the fold. We have to keep an eye on that. We have to monitor and see it go game by game. Shot Powers pretty much. That's my only recollection is that Mitch came back and Tibb don't like to go. See, one thing about having too many guys play, everybody else don't get a rhythm. You know what I mean? Everybody don't get a rhythm because it's hard to put a guy in there for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, expect him to go out there and get buckets. No, basketball is a game of rhythm. The more you play it, the more better you get at it. So I think it might be a rhythm thing. Too many guys, not enough minutes for everybody to go around because it takes a while to get comfortable on the court. And as we seen yesterday, shot power prime example. The last couple of games, we didn't get a pop into the second half. Because you got to kind of find that rhythm, whether it's late or early, you got to find it. I think we've been finding it late, but I think that's the reason why Pressure Chua is not playing because of Mitchell Robinson for sure.
That is a good answer. I got one more for you before we go to the next topic. Since Mitch has been back, it's only been 2 games. We seen Cat and Mitch play garbage time together. Do you think I already know where you're going with this, but do you think in the next couple of games we will see before he gets implemented back into the starting lineup, Mitch and Cat on the court together?
I do. I was hoping I see it last night.
I was.
I thought he would have did it last night, but I think because of the way Deuce Brown was playing last night, it was no need to in the way Anunoby was playing. But yeah, no mistake about it. I would love to see it last night because I think he even though Cat's not a good defender, he still got height. He still got height. And if you put the effort in there more, that's why I think it's the knee shot powers. I think got something to do with that.
So. I think something with that leg.
Right. It got something to do with his knee because we've seen early year he was getting one block shot here or there. I mean, Cat not even getting off the floor literally, except for when he went down baseline through that dunk on my man last night. He caught a body on somebody in Miami last night. But yeah, I think so. I think that's what it's gonna be. I think that was the game plan from the beginning of the season. So Tibb said that was their starter center. And I think you will see it again. I think they're doing it the right way, Chop. They're bringing Smith back gradually, letting him get his burn. But yeah, we'll be a hell of a team once Mitch gets in the start lineup because now we don't have to worry about that back line being taken for granted because Cat's not a good defender there. So now we got a guy back there who literally will play the defense. And Mitch still not even there, Chop, because a couple of plays here or there, he get burned because he got to get back into game flow. Man, that block shot and going to the floor, you haven't seen a Knicks player all year, probably other than Anunoby and a couple of guys going to the floor like Mitch did the other night. Them hustle plays, them 50-50 balls is important, man. He brought that last night. So just to answer your question, yeah, I think so. I think you'll see it sooner or later. It's just a matter of time. Remember, the guy only been back 2 games. Give Mitchell Robinson 5 or 6 games, man, then I really gonna see some shit then. so I'm definitely looking forward to it. Yep.
I also think that is going to happen. I think it's a process. I think they'll start them back up, ramp up a little bit more, and then you'll see them on the court together for a couple of games, and then the decision will come in that Cat and Mitch will be on the court together. So I feel I'm right there with you. I think it's too early just to start them right off because it'll be like starting both of those guys. But I think Tom Thibodeau will start it slowly. Maybe in the next couple of games, having them on the court together, 3, 4, 5 minutes together, to get them in rhythm. So I think that will happen pretty soon.
Yeah, I think you have to. I mean, I know everybody got different opinions about it, but nobody is wrong about it. One way or the other, everybody there's many ways to skin a cat, or whatever the case may be. I hate to use that terminology, but it's a lot of ways you can win basketball games. But I think for order for Knicks to be successful in the playoffs, here's why, to me, you have to start him with Cat. If you don't start Mitchell Robinson with Cat, the Knicks going to be playing from behind a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, know that we watch the games. Our point of attack and our back line and our front line, the weaker positions we got on the defense. That's why these teams getting out the lead because, like I said, it's no knock on Cat from a negative perspective. He's just not an on-ball defender. His defensive prowess is grabbing rebounds. That's what he do. Now, if you want to say what's his great attribute on the defense side of the ball, is grabbing rebounds. You know what I mean? That's his best defense attribute. But rim protection, silly ticky-tack fouls. I get it. Man, we got, we, like I said, there's a lot of NBA players who don't got it like that on that side of the ball. But that don't mean they're not worthy of being who they are and the accolades they get, But for us, you got to start Mitchell. Because you know why? That means I'm concerned with Jalen Brunson not being a stout defender at the point guard. That means once somebody get past Jalen Brunson, you putting everybody else in a situation, right? That's number one, the point of attack. Soon as that team come across that 3-point, come across the half court line, the first person on your defense is your point guard. He's the first one because the other point guard got the ball. And being that Jalen Brunson is not a stout defender, if they get by Jalen Brunson, now everything goes away because now people got to collapse, people got to try double teaming, and then once they get past him, and if you got Anunoby, McHale, and Josh Hart stretched out because they got the other guys on the wing, who's your last defensive player that is going to be your center? And right now, Cat is not that guy. So you look at the game, the last couple of so many games, that's why we're falling behind. And I just think that you got to put Mitchell Robinson back there. We got to do exactly what the Minnesota Timberwolves did. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the bottom line. You have to do what the Minnesota Timberwolves did because of our defense liabilities with Cat and Brunson. Other than that, I don't have no issue with nothing else. So you take the pressure off of Cat, and I think it might make Jalen Brunson become more of a better defender because he knows who he got back there. You know what I mean? He know he got Mitchell Robinson back there. It don't even matter if you start Cat and Mitchell Robinson, and you play Mitchell Robinson for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. But at least at the beginning of the game, they won't be behind. You know, they won't be playing from behind. It's hard to play from behind in the league. You got to burn a lot of energy trying to catch up to other teams nowadays. So that's my thing, Charles. I think one of the main reasons I think they have to do it. And listen, Dave, it's not about me. It ain't got. That's Tibbs' words. I got to keep saying that. Tom Thibodeau, his word is Mitchell Robinson was his starting center coming out of the season. I get it. I see why he said that, and y'all see why he said it. We got guys in the chat who not big, up in the chat who understand, and they're not big Cat fans, you know, because of his defense. But that's nothing new. I mean, I can go around the NBA and tell you a bunch of superstars who don't got good defense. That ain't nothing new. Shit, but everything else he do was good. So sometimes you got to give and take. You sacrifice his defense for his offense, his rebounding, his IQ, his passing, all that stuff. So you take one bad thing he's doing, I'd sacrifice that one bad thing he don't do good for the 7 other things he do good. And that's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? And I think that he's got to start my man sooner or later because I just think that it's going to be tough trying to keep guys like Donovan Mitchell and Drew Holiday and so on and so on at the top. And then when you get down in the middle, being that he's not an interior defender that needs to get eat up. I think that changes with Mitchell Robinson shot house.
Yeah. I don't have much more to say about this game, man. It was a gritty, grindy game that I'm glad that the Knicks came up and win. And the big game is tomorrow's game, playing Golden State, right? Yeah, I think it'd be at Golden State. So that'd be the bigger matchup coming this week or so. So I'm just ready to step up and ready to see what we're going to do against them. Talking about it tomorrow when and that's supposed to be a late game tomorrow too, right?
No, it's at the Garden.
Oh, it's at the Garden. So it'll be 7:30. Okay, good then. Good. So I'll be ready. I'll be amped and I'll be ready for that game, man. Because the game that they just played was a phenomenal. That was a signature win, a character building win, and they have been doing that in the last couple of games. Building character, not giving up, fighting all the way through, and getting the win. So I'm happy to see them. And what we talked about, 40-20, and I mean that is a sign of a good team. You know, with all the letdowns that we have, with all the players not being out, with this guy being hurt and this guy this and all this stuff, we are 40 wins and 20 losses. If we go right now with 22 games left, 500 team, we accomplished 52 wins. So let that sink in. If we go 12-12 over the next we go 11-11. I'm sorry, 11 and how many games? It's 22 games left, right?
Yes, 22 left. Yep.
22. So if we go 11-11, we'll be 51 games right now. One game better than we did last year.
Yep. Yeah, and Fabian, you're right. Warriors playing tonight. Warriors are playing tonight on a back-to-back. So I don't think even if they didn't play on the back-to-back, I didn't think the Warriors would beat the Knicks anyway. I don't think they got no size to
I
deal
don't
with.
think so either.
I don't think they
Yeah,
got no size to deal with us. Not the way Anunoby and Josh Harton are playing. Because here's why: you put Anunoby on Jimmy Butler, size, strength. They say all that and one Jimmy Butler getting a lot of people. You ain't getting that out of Anunoby. Not that easy. And then obviously you got to try to,
Mikal.
yeah, Mikal on Steph Curry, and then and whoever else out there. You know what I mean? Draymond Green. That might be one game that Cat ain't got to worry about playing defense because he ain't getting it on nobody. So, but my man Cat might not play tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. He might be out for personal reasons. So just keep that in mind when we come on the pregame tomorrow. I'll be back home, Chop Out tomorrow. I'm getting on the road early and traveling back home tomorrow. So I'll be back at the studio and everything tomorrow. So I should be. Hopefully, I get home at about 2 o'clock or whatever, depending on the traffic coming through DC and everything. But other than that, man, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And like I said, I love the Bo Champ signing, ladies and gentlemen. Give Leon Rose the flower. The last two guys that he signed, Johnny Davis and Bo Champ, they were number one draft picks. Not number one, first round draft picks. Apologize for that. They were first round draft picks. You get a guy like Bo Champ here, 6'7", could play ball. He can get it. And like I said, sometimes you get drafted in situations. Sometimes you get drafted in situations real quick where it just don't work out for you because that team. I don't think Johnny Davis' situation was ideal for him because number one, that team was trying to compete instead of developing. But then once they realized that they wasn't going to compete no more, they got rid of Kyle Kuzma, and all these guys, and obviously still got Jordan Poole there. I just think it was bad for him. But coming to a team like the Knicks, and because Chap Howard, like I said earlier, I do think that Beauchamp, if let's say if Beauchamp cracked this thing next year, you're not giving him pressure to money. See, Knicks
Right,
playing chess. Knicks playing
right.
chess right now. So if you lose pressure to Beauchamp, you're gonna wind up giving him $2-3 million, you know what I mean? And could do what Pressure Chua do. That's why I respect this Nick organization because they know how to go out there and get talent. Like Walt Perrin, they know how to draft talent. This is the first time in a long time that I've seen a Nick organization since Leon Rose and Tibbs took over. And the scouts they got in place, the talent evaluators, I believe Rojas and Worldwide West and Klein and Aller, all these guys, man. These guys who have been in other front offices and did some good things. So I'm good with that. But I think that was a significant signing. I think that cat got a chance to come here next year and literally, out of all them dudes we talk about, Okiki, all them dudes, I think Beauchamp he got a real high upside. So I just think that because Doc Rivers and them guys down there in Milwaukee, the way that thing went about with Adrian Griffin and all them, I just put him with Bobby Portis and all these guys, took him out of a spot because he had Bobby Portis and all these guys doing all this thing, man. So I'm happy with this sign. I think it's a good sign, and to put him on a two-way, he gets a chance to prove himself. You know what I mean? And then he come into training camp next year. Knicks already got him in the contract. And if he crack that rotation next year, you give him Pressure Chua money. That $6 million Pressure Chua has. So it was a good thing. A good job by them. I don't know what they're gonna do with Johnny Davis, but guys like that, you never know what happens next year. You see, Johnny Davis might be sharing the spot next year. You know what I mean? Sharp Howard and Kent and so on and so on. So the team like the Knicks are trying to do, they're trying to go out there and get some talent that they know that under Tibbs and them, Tibbs bring out the best in everybody. And the cat coming through the Knicks organization that haven't prospered under Tibbs. Back in the day, we was getting guys like Frank and these guys and Kevin Knox and them. Tibbs like, yeah, I don't got it. But these guys, they bring in now. You could tell by they do a lot of research on him. I'm saying. I think it worked out well for him. So salute to Brochamp, man. I'm glad I like him. I liked him when he first came to the league. Cat can get it. He got game. So and the way he got here is so humbling. And Cat, he had a tough out to get to the NBA. And that don't build character where he had. Y'all go read about the way he got here, and how he got here. I think that's the type of guy we're looking for. People who can handle this city, people who can handle us as a fan base. Not everybody can play in New York, and that's why we tell why Knicks never get the money. Some dudes don't want to come here because of us. You know what I mean? Because we are a hard fan. We critique everything. We are critiquing about them putting their shoes on the other way, whatever. You know what I mean? Shout out. So we'll see how it goes, man. But salute to him. Thank him for coming in, man. And, But listen, we see y'all tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Warriors. I'm hoping we go out there. Not hoping. I think we go out there and do the damn thing. It's gonna be a tough game because the Warriors compete for some. I don't know if Jimmy Butler gonna play or not, but if Jimmy Butler don't play and Cat don't play, we ain't to worry about. They got this guy and the DM got this guy. Who cares? I don't care if they. I don't care if the Knicks playing a whole bunch of G League. You better beat them. I don't care if the Knicks playing me, Shy Powers, and anybody else.
Buzzer beater, Crim's dad, Jay Chosen.
Everybody. You better beat us. And that's how it goes. You play the man in front of you, you don't make no excuses. Like I said earlier, when we wasn't healthy all year long, when teams was beating us, we wasn't making no excuses. You didn't hear us say the only reason they beat us because Mitchell Robinson wasn't here. No, they beat us. So I don't hear nobody ever saying the Knicks beat a team because the other guy. No. You see what Mitchell Robinson did last night? Can you imagine that all year long? Think about that. Can you imagine what Mitchell Robinson did the last couple of games? Healthy Mitchell Robinson would have did all year long. Knicks would be in a different situation, Shop House. So, you just got to be going in front of you, man. But listen, give me your last words, my brother. We're going to get out of here, and then we get this thing popping tomorrow.
Yeah, salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Divine, safe travels back to the studio. And we'll be on tomorrow, man. Same bad time, same bad channel when we in Master and when we in the MSG. So check us out. Once again, salute to you, Divine. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, salute to everybody in the chat, man. We listen, Knicks is here, man. It's Knicks against everybody, man. We
Word up, I'm about to make a shirt like
yeah, Knicks against everybody.
Like that.
I gotta brand that. Get the brand out there for people to know, get the copyrights and all that good stuff. But, it's all good, man. Listen, man, we got the Warriors tomorrow. We're going to get it popping. Let's go out there and do the thing, man. To everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming in. We're going to make 40 and 20, ladies and gentlemen. That's contender status for me. We just got to keep grinding and keep building and get to this playoff healthy, man. But I like what I seen, Shot Power, last night. I really can't say that enough. I like what I seen last night. Although that was a really gutsy, gritty performance. They went hard and they didn't fold. Yeah, Jay, I sent it out there, man. You must have missed it, my man. But I apologize, but I did send it out there for you. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow, my man, and all that good stuff. But until then, Shop Powers, the chat, everybody, we out, man. Peace. We see y'all in the next one.
Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk 3 games popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One. Up on the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, what is policy? Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You can smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot we well represented. We on that Nick shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley dig up to your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow for the pregame show. No catch, so here's what's on tap. But God, no talking five. And report, keep my boo in the chat. Interacting with the mandem. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Catch the snap back to fit the cat, so we Nick dripping. Nick feel, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, and Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we by your fire TV, that's Cody. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. Real Talk.